This is Basement Bracket Talk. Hey everyone, welcome back to the opening of Feast Week.
Yo.
This is Basement Bracket Talk, and we're going to get into three and a half teams that really came back from the dead and showed us they're alive.
Yeah.
And well, only one of them, but the other three just kind of they're undefeated. And
one of them's like lit,
yeah.
And the other two of them are lit. One of them's alive, and the other one's like, all right,
I'm here.
Cool.
Yeah. Notice me. The other two. We'll start off with Iowa State. They're the team that came back from the dead, down 0-2, and they came back and won the Puerto Rican tip-off.
Yeah, 0-2 meaning record was 0-2.
Record-wise,
yeah,
0-2.
Yeah, they really weren't looking too good. It kind of seemed like almost the season was over before it began. But they did win this tournament. That's a very starting 0-2 and then coming back winning 3 games in a row. Honestly, it hardly matters who they are. I mean, it does, but
yeah, it wasn't the best teams they beat. They beat Appalachian State, they beat Tulsa, and they beat Boise State. Boise State's a good team, so that's nice. But
Boise State's solid, but I mean, I guess Iowa State would have been my pick to win the tournament originally, either way. But honestly, probably not. I probably would have picked Boise State.
No, I probably would have picked Boise State. I probably wouldn't have picked Iowa State. And then senior Donovan Jackson, he just said enough's enough. Went for 26, 24, and 26. So that's pretty wild.
Yeah. 25 points, 3 points a game.
All right, just stop saying. Man.
What? It's math. Quick math.
Too much of a nerd, man.
I'm not a nerd, man. I don't even go to college.
Yeah, I know you don't. All right, but
all right, team number 2 on your surprise watch list.
Temple. The Temple Owls are back.
I'm surprised, man. They really last year they were good. I mean, we did see them last year, and they kept a lot of that talent around.
All of it.
Yeah.
Josh Brown came back. He was hurt last year. He was a senior last year, but he got another year back, and he's the straw that stirs the drink over there. And Obi Echinonia he pulled back from the NBA draft. He's great. And they got Quentin Rose. They got Shiz Alston, and your favorite player.
Alani Moore.
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
Alani Moore.
He plays with swag, man. He's a little dude, but he's got some power to his punch,
He had 28 points the one time we saw at Temple. And
they were playing West Virginia. They upset West Virginia. Temple was an impressive team to me last year, but they didn't really pan out to be that great. This year, I think it might be different.
They're going to be in the tournament, yeah.
Knocking on the door of the NCAAs this year. I mean, they have opportunities to get solid wins. I mean,
not Miami, Cincinnati and Wichita State.
UCF, right?
UCF's going to be good, yeah. But yeah, they won the Charleston Classic. They won the Clemson game was close, and Auburn was close at times, but they
start the year 3-0.
Yeah, they're a good team. They're just watching them. Like Bruce Pearl said before the Auburn game, before when Temple played Auburn, he was like, "There's an NCAA tournament team." He was right. This team's going dancing.
Yeah, they're gonna turn up this year. I'm excited for them. Maybe they'll make that conference a bit interesting this year.
They have a chance.
Multi-big conference.
Yeah. Conference could be good, but I hate that conference, but it could be good.
Let's kick it out. Let's continue with a conference that I do like.
Texas Tech.
Our second Big 12 team in the shout-outs. Congratulations, Big 12, really killing it this week.
Good week for the Big 12. Good kickoff Feast Week because Texas Tech completely dismantled Northwestern.
Yeah, and everybody's starting to kind of hop off of the Northwestern train right now, which is sad because they were good last year and retained all their talent. They're all seniors, so it's why would they be playing worse? But realistically, they've played a tough schedule so far. And
let me just say credit by saying I was the first one off the Northwestern bandwagon.
Yeah, and it makes sense. I mean, they weren't ever ranked last year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just and I am a fan of the teams that have seniors and make it an exponentially larger jump the year they have seniors, but you gotta win the games.
Kind of limped in the NCAA tournament last year. Then they won that game like that. They didn't win that game.
They were built off of false momentum, and they still have potential to be great and be better than last year's team, but they're not starting off too hot. But to the contrary, Texas Tech, I mean, that was a convincing win. That wasn't just Creighton beat Northwestern at Northwestern. Yeah. That was a tough win, but that was a grinded out
Texas Tech killed
4-point win. Yeah, Texas
Neutral
Tech
site, too.
Took them to church, yo. It was 85-49. They did.
Neutral site, too, man.
They took them to the technology center, man. I don't know.
Keenan Evans getting 19 a game.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, it's cool when Texas Tech is a tourney team. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's cool. I like their jerseys.
Mm-hmm.
I like their coach. Like
Texas
their
Tech. You know, Texas is full of rising up talent this year. You know, you got A&M. Baylor is looking nice already. You know, it's been a nice
Texas maybe.
Texas has improved drastically from last year, you could say. So
Yeah.
good year for the state of Texas.
Yeah.
You know, not a crazy out of the box like Texas is the best state of basketball this year, but
They're getting
they
better.
all have something to look forward to. You know,
Should be fun. I wish they had a tournament down there. The Texas 4 or whatever. TCU, Texas Tech.
Oh yeah, TCU is
Texas
also
A&M.
doing really well.
Texas, that'd be fun. All right, let's get to the half team. When we said 3.5. Colorado, they're undefeated, and they won the Paradise Jam. No one really that great was in the Paradise Jam. They beat Mercer in the finals. But, hey, Colorado wasn't supposed to be good at all. And I know a lot of the wins were battles, but they won. They won the
I mean,
Paradise
they could
Jam.
get 10th place in the Pac-12.
Come on, man. We're trying to hype them up.
Yeah, I mean, congratulations on the undefeated thing, but
Freshman McKinley Wright looked great. George King, the senior, looked great. Colorado's going to be better than you think.
all right. I mean, cool.
I know you're hating on them now, but
I'm not hating on the Buffaloes but like, it's too early, you know. It's like, all right, cool, you're undefeated, but it's November.
yeah, it's true.
It's
I mean, they
November,
beat
and you were
anyone,
in
but
a stupid tournament.
come on, man. Hofstra and Florida State were both in the Paradise Jam 2 years ago. Don't call it a stupid
All
tournament.
right, it's not a stupid tournament.
All right, good.
It's a smart tournament.
Shut up. All right, let's get to the Maui that kicked off already.
Maui's probably my favorite tournament. They always just have like a nice lit combination of teams.
And they got the softest rims. Shooter's Paradise.
Yeah,
Maui.
legit paradise, yo. And I think since we're in the middle of the Maui, it's kind of like tough to really talk about.
We can
some
talk
of
about
our
what happened
predictions.
the first day.
Yeah, I think that's best how Cal really like got their hearts broken because they played nice, man.
Yeah, I think what was it? Don Coleman had
Don
34
Coleman,
points.
He had 35, and he's been averaging like
Junior
in
college
the upper
transfer.
20s. And last year he only had 5 points a game. So and he's the reason that game was amazing because he was having
They were killing them.
He had half their points. I mean, it was kind of you felt like Wichita State
you
was
felt
going
they
to
were
come
going to
back.
come back, yeah.
You're like, all right, Wichita State's going to just play to their fundamentals and you use their players to do what they do and they'll come back easily. And it wasn't that easy though. Cal maintained a lead for quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
So
they were winning pretty much the whole game. Wichita State, yeah.
Kind of depressing actually.
Yeah, it was depressing watching that. I was like, I was like,
no hate on the Wichita State.
I love Wichita State, but yeah, I just kind of wanted Cal to win. I was like, that'd be cool if Cal just came in here and won, because Cal's supposed to be terrible.
Yeah, because they have these players that scored 5 points a game last
Yeah.
year, but now they're scoring 28.
Yeah, they were the consensus last to come in last in the Pac-12.
Yeah.
They really were given no shots. It'd be cool if they just came and beat Wichita State. I know McDuffie's out, but still, what did Shaq Morris had 25 points?
As of now, they lost the second round too, right?
Oh, they got I think they got smacked by VCU. I don't know.
Yeah, they just did. We
They
were
just
just
lost.
watching that. Yeah.
That's depressing. I mean, they probably would have lost.
Power to you,
Marquette.
Cal. I mean,
But hey,
Cal versus Colorado. Game I'm looking forward to this year.
all right. With that, let's get to the next game. Marquette and VCU.
Marquette's an interesting team. I mean, I was thinking VCU was going to win the game because I really think Marquette's just a shooting team, and it's you close out on your 3-point shooters, and then it's what else do you have? But they really played impressively. They moved the ball well.
I didn't watch much of that game because I was in school.
Yeah,
But
I don't go to school, so
you graduated.
So I watched
You
it.
graduated.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't drop out of school, just so you know.
Should be like ESPNU, never graduate.
Yeah, I should have done that because now all I do is watch basketball, which isn't a bad thing. But Marquette's nice, they're definitely in the middle tier of the Big East. Marcus Howard, Sam Hauser is looking nice, and their future is still kind of stable because no one's really looking to leave.
Yeah, they got.
You have to.
I love Marcus Howard.
It's a lot of sophomores. Yeah, Marcus Howard's He's got like ice water in his veins. Like you cannot leave him open. Like you
Dude,
literally
he even
can't.
shoots when he's guarded. He just drills threes.
Yeah, and he's small too. Like you well, that's the thing. Like you think he's guarded and he's not because he has that extra space to like make that shot like in his head because he has so much confidence. You know,
Beast.
You'll think you'll have a hand in his face and you're actually not close enough.
Yeah, and he just pulls from anywhere. And
they
won.
Dangerous.
They played Wichita State. They played pretty well. They're down like 5 at halftime, and then Wichita State ended up winning.
Yeah.
Pretty sure, right? Wichita State ended up winning that.
Yeah.
Unless they epically choked like Cal did. But, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Nah. Not this Wichita State team. Not the number 6 team in the country. I don't know about that.
Shamit's not letting that happen. They're not choking with Shamit.
Oh, yeah. That kid is NBA.
Just give me Wichita State, Notre Dame. Please.
Yeah.
Please give me that. Please, Notre Dame, beat LSU. Please. If you're listening to this, beat LSU. Give the people what they deserve.
Let's do it.
All right, let's get to the Hall of Fame tip-off.
Okay. This was probably one of the
biggest statements.
Yeah.
Last night when Creighton killed UCLA. Or they didn't kill UCLA.
But they
won.
It's kind of like the same thing they did with Northwestern. They were just
scored 100 points.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I mean by killed.
Shot you out of the gym.
Yeah.
And did not give in to any sort of pressure. It's like, and they're playing teams that can score. You know what I mean? And they're still getting these wins, Creighton.
Yeah.
And they're playing teams that can score. You play a team that's been averaging like 80 points a game.
Team's loaded.
It's
too.
like, yeah, I mean,
Foster, Thomas.
They're just working so well. I think Coach Greg McDermott is just honestly like
one of the better coaches.
Yeah, he's underrated, and this team has already got 2 top 25 wins under their belt.
Yeah, they're gonna be ranked.
Actually,
no. It depends what they do with Baylor. They should be ranked.
I think, yeah, they might be either. But the thing is, a lot of the top 25 aren't losing. But
they would go in, if they beat Baylor, they'll go in for Baylor or UCLA.
Oh yeah,
Baylor's
totally.
Like
well, UCLA is gonna drop out.
Yeah, they got to drop out.
But yeah, I mean, speaking of that Baylor game, I mean that could be a third top 25 win for the Creighton Blue Jays because they have the size and the depth and the scoring ability to compete with anybody. Mm-hmm. They really can compete with anybody.
They can score with anyone. I love Kyrie Thomas.
And honestly, the Creighton might be ranked number like 15 if they win this game because then that's
if they beat Baylor, if they beat UCLA,
that's
Baylor,
3 games and like
they got to be a top 15 team.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be a fun game. Baylor beat Wisconsin. Baylor was killing them early, then Wisconsin came back because Ethan Happ's a stud. But they were killing them. Mm-hmm. Manu LeConte, Joe Chewell, career high.
Yeah, but which was surprising for me because like I guess I haven't seen him play too much last year. I do remember him. I just hadn't actively watched him. But he was like putting the ball on the floor and like driving like a bull, like getting the calls.
Getting the
I'm
dunks, the one-handed
yeah,
dunks.
yeah. Like he's like 7 foot, and then when they're like career high 18, I'm like, how has he never scored 18 points? I'm like, this guy looks like he could start for like
Kentucky.
Yeah, well, not just Kentucky, the Utah Jazz.
The Utah Jazz.
Like, you know, like he could start for like an NBA team.
All right, Gene Katie.
From that one site, like I saw, you know what I mean? Like I obviously like haven't seen him play consistently and don't really know what his percentages are, but
that reminds me of what Gene Katie said about Mo Harkless in that Duke game.
No, well, Mo Harkless said that, but it was like Steve Lavin talking about Orlando Sanchez, which is what you're thinking of. Like, Orlando Sanchez can start for the Utah Jazz. And I'm like, all right, but Steve Lavin kind of like just says things sometimes, and I'm like,
Steve Lavin's the man. All right, let's get into that Creighton Baylor game.
Creighton Baylor.
That's gonna be a lot of fun because that's like a contrast of styles. Like Baylor just grinds you out. Creighton just
shoots you out the gym.
Yeah. Like what's gonna give?
What's gonna give? I mean,
it's gonna be played in the '60s or it's gonna be played in the '90s.
Creighton moves the ball like literally better than anybody else in the country, I think. So I think this game is Creighton's.
You think it's
Creighton's been controlling tempo.
It's style over style.
Mm-hmm. And it's gonna be the speed because if Creighton can get open, which I think they could do against anyone, they're gonna score. I mean, it's really gonna be. You got to close out on the 3-point shooters. Close out on Marcus Foster. Close out on Kyrie Thomas. Like, don't let these boys score. But
it's gonna be.
I don't know. I think Creighton. I think it's probably gonna be another close game because they're gonna force the other teams to score. Because one thing Creighton's been like doing a little bit poorly is defense. Not like poorly, but like the teams they're playing are scoring like close to 90 a game.
You don't got to guard when you score 100.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what they say.
And I'm sure Greg McDermott's got them in practice. Like,
oh yeah.
Like, all right, you gotta like defend.
Yeah, they have to, especially when Big East play starts. They start playing teams twice.
Yeah.
Because once you playing teams 2 times in a year, they're gonna get used to stuff. But
All
Creighton
right.
Baylor is just like a complete mix of styles, and that's gonna be a fun game to watch. And
I'm excited for it.
See you at the Sprint Center.
Yeah, and I think we're gonna continue with the rest of the games in our next episode.
Yep. And
Yeah.
we'll get to all the tournaments, and we'll preview all of them.
Yeah, we'll be talking about the Legends Classic, Battle for Atlantis, the Abacare, and a few more. So,
PK80, both brackets.
Yup.
See you there.
thanks for watching.
This is Basement Brackets.